Liverpool and Arsenal both dropped points in the battle for the Premier League title. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're going to be looking at Liverpool's draw with Fulham and Arsenal's draw with Everton. Now, from an Arsenal perspective, 0-0 with Everton, you can't be dropping points against a team like Everton, especially at home when you have ambitions of lifting the Premier League title. These are the games that you should be winning. Everton got demolished by Man United 4-0 just a few weeks ago, so it was a foregone conclusion that everybody just expected Arsenal to turn up and deliver. But Arsenal this season haven't really looked like they can punish teams, dominate games and create bundles of chances. I think a result like this had been coming. They've been getting away with it in recent weeks, scoring from set pieces, and they find it so difficult to break down opposition. They're too reliant on Bukayo Saka or Martin Odegaard to produce moments of brilliance to win your games of football. Now, when they're not at it or when they get marked out the game, who is that person that's going to step up? It's not looking like a unit, a team performance. It's more individual brilliance, and they're too reliant, like I say, on Saka and Martin Odegaard. Having an expected goal against Everton of just 1.22 at home just isn't good enough, and these types of games are not going to win you Premier League titles. They've had a really good start when you think about it. They went away to Man City, they drew, they beat Tottenham away from home, they drew against Liverpool, but they continue to drop points, needless points. But we're going to be looking at this Liverpool game with Fulham. They only had 10 men, and we're going to be touching on that very shortly. But I just think the front three of Arsenal don't have the quality to fire you to a Premier League title, and they don't have the strength and depth. When Havertz comes off, who else is going to come on and replace him? What profile is going to come on? But if Arsenal really want to win the league, they need to be putting the teams away like Everton. I can't think of many opportunities where Arsenal really got a stronghold in this game and created and dominated and created bundles of chances. Can't really see that in the past few games. And again, games like this make you question some of their signings. Signing Kai Havertz. Look, Kai Havertz technically has loads of ability, but is he really a game changer? That's what Arsenal needs. Somebody that's going to put the ball in the back of the net, be a box presence, or they haven't got that 20 goal a season man. And it's not like Arsenal had loads of injuries this game. They were nigh on their strongest 11. Looking Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice out of the game, that just goes to show that Arsenal just weren't on it today. And you can drop points in the Premier League. Sometimes it's frustrating points that you drop, like dominate a game of football and the luck just doesn't go your way. You hit the bar a couple of times, hit the balls a couple of times, but you continue to create, and that's what gives you hope. As long as you're creating chances, you've got a better opportunity of going far in the title race. But when those chance creations end, that's when you begin to worry. And that's how I'm seeing Arsenal at the moment. They're not scoring from set plays. They're not really creating chances to make us think they're going to win this Premier League title. They can have as much possession as you want in a football game, but if you're not doing anything with that possession, then it's pointless. Ability to create chance, to be on the front foot. Look at Chelsea, the way they do it. They create so many chances throughout the 90 minutes. It's insane, and that's why they're scoring so many. They miss a lot, but they're scoring so many. Yes, they're going to have an off day eventually. That comes where they kind of find that clinical edge. And with Arsenal, they didn't even have the opportunity to find that clinical edge. And that's the worrying thing about a game like this. Full credit to Everton, because they came in, they made it difficult, they were hard to beat, and they really frustrated Arsenal. And Arsenal just couldn't find a way through. But I'm not just speaking about this game individually. They've been doing this all season. They've been struggling to break down teams, struggling to identify how to create chances. And yes, they can do it at times, like I say, with moments of brilliance. But as a collective, they've got nobody there that's going to orchestrate, that's going to build up patterns of play to break down the opposition. Martinelli has looked miles off it. When Trossard comes in, he looks miles off it. But Bukayo Saka yesterday was the only threatening player. Kai Havertz just isn't good enough. So do Arsenal really have a side that you can look at and say they're going to win this Premier League title? I'll stick my neck on the line. I actually thought at the start of the season they would win this Premier League title, but they must be kicking themselves. What's happening to Man City? Klopp leaving at the beginning of the season. This was Arsenal's season. This was their opportunity to really gather a stronghold of this Premier League and believe that they can win it. And when I watch Arsenal, they haven't got that belief that they're going to score goals. They haven't got that belief that they're going to go out and win games unless they're winning from a set piece. Now, look, set piece is an art of football, so full credit to Arsenal for trying, thinking of different ways to win football games. But if you're not clinical or creating chances against Everton, I really worry for you. And on the flip side, yes, Liverpool dropped points against Fulham. Fulham can beat anybody on their day because they've been terrific this season. But you look at that game and Liverpool with a better side, even though they had 10 men. And this is the comparison to Arsenal. Liverpool create bundles of chances, and I just think they didn't get over the line because they weren't clinical enough. Now, we're going to touch up on that very shortly, but I thought from a Fulham perspective, they were brilliant. I thought Robinson and Iwobi caused Trent a lot of problems, and it was fascinating because Andy Robertson got sent off. So you would expect that Fulham would try and, however, Fulham continued to attack Liverpool's right-hand side. I thought that was fascinating. So it was obviously a tactic that they worked on in training. Obviously, Marco Silva seen Trent as a weakness in this game, and I think it really showed. I think Trent is a better defender than what he gets credit for, but I think against Fulham he was miles off it. But look, let's talk about Andy Robinson, because I think collectively as a squad, the left back situation is Liverpool's weak link. I think Andy Robertson is there to be got at, and I think we've seen this season that Tsimikas has come in and the drop off hasn't been that big. And look, Andy Robertson's been a fantastic servant to Liverpool Football Club, but I just think he's getting older and that's beginning to show. So I do think Liverpool will recruit a left back in the summer, and why not Robinson? Because I thought he was absolutely terrific yesterday. His energy, his athleticism, his ability on the ball, he's turned into a wonderful Premier League footballer, and I've got no doubt he can make that step up to play Champions League football. But getting back to the game, I thought Liverpool were terrific despite only having 10 men. I thought the tactical adjustment by Arne Slot is brilliant. This is what I say about managers. All the top managers adapt in crucial moments of the game, and that's what he did. Moving Gravenberch just slightly deeper just to protect that back four. And then Sosbalai played a huge part in Liverpool not losing that game. He was everywhere. His energy, his enthusiasm on that football pitch made Liverpool stand up. And when you go down to 10 men, you need to control the midfield, and I thought Liverpool did that brilliantly. Granted, Fulham still had their chances. Look, Fulham are very, very well-drilled, good side, so they're going to create chances, especially when you're playing with 10 men. But I thought Liverpool also had their chances, and this is what I mean about Arsenal. They're not creating chances where, even though Liverpool are going down to 10 men, they're still looking to win the game, still looking to create chances. I actually think if Arsenal had dropped down to 10 men against Fulham at home, they probably would have sat deep, but Liverpool continue to play with a high line. They continue to be aggressive, looking to commit bodies forward, and that's what you want as Liverpool. And I do believe if they didn't go down to 10 men, despite going 1-0 down, they still would have won this game. This is why I think Mohamed Salah deserves so much respect, because the way you separate the unbelievable players from good players is even when they're having a day off and don't look like themselves, they're still crucial in big moments. And that's exactly what Mohamed Salah does. A wonderful assist today, and it was great to see Diogo Jota come back on. And his finishing is just unbelievable. I actually think he's the best finisher at Liverpool Football Club, despite Mohamed Salah being there. The turn, the technique, I just thought it was brilliant. And just think, he's come off a long layoff, and just come into a game and make an impact like that is unbelievable. And this is why I put Liverpool winning the title ahead of Arsenal. Quality to come off the bench. They've got that quality to start games. If you ask me, who would I rather have, Kai Havertz or Diogo Jota? I'm starting Diogo Jota all day, every day. And that's the difference, right? The recruitment. I think Liverpool's recruitment over the years has allowed them to have a season where they don't need to spend money. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Arne Slot. He doesn't need to strengthen the squad. Yes, there's areas where you do think they need to strengthen. Left back, probably need another striker, and probably more depth in midfield, especially that where Ryan Gravenberch plays. But at the minute, they've got the quality to make do without. Whereas you look at Arsenal, I think they've recruited in the wrong areas. But I think this weekend puts Chelsea back in the title race. I think Arsenal are still in the title race. I think there's a difference from being in the title race to winning the Premier League. I don't think Arsenal have a chance of winning the Premier League, but I do think they're in a title race, if that makes sense. I think this weekend, Chelsea could be the winners, because you've got Liverpool dropping points, you've got Arsenal dropping points, you've got Man City or Man United taking points off each other. And if Chelsea beat Brentford, it will be tough, but they're banging the title race. Whether they can win it or not, that's a different story, but they're certainly closing the gap. So I want to know your thoughts. That's my thoughts, and I think it's interesting. Now there's pressure on Chelsea to step up. But if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I want to know your thoughts, what you made of this weekend. Do you think Arsenal can go and win this Premier League? Let us know in the comments below, and until next time, thank you very much for watching.